Dom, we gotta get out of here. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to Fly By Night Reviews. I'm your host, Kiren.
I'm Dom.
Today we're going to do a review of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in preparation for the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie coming out this Friday. We're pretty stoked. We're hearing good things about it, so let's get started with this movie. But before then, have you guys subscribed yet? Because we would really appreciate it if you did. Hit that like button, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell anybody you can. We'd really appreciate it. On that note, let's get started with Volume 2. I really like this one. I could even say it was better than the first.
Yeah, I could say, it's definitely, there's more to the story that it felt like a heavier story, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I think it sort of took a lot of the elements from the first one, but sort of
ramped them up a little bit.
Yeah, since we already kind of got introduced to everybody, all that stuff out of the way, it was more story driven.
Right.
Overall, I actually think the story of this one, or the plot, was very similar to the first movie. Had kind of similar beats.
Right, yeah.
Because the first one starts off with Star-Lord kind of finding the Power Stone, but he's solo. This one starts off with the whole team kind of on a job.
With the batteries, yeah.
Yeah, and I think the Sovereign people or something, they kind of this monster kept appearing.
Oh yeah, like some kind of interdimensional beast, yeah.
Yeah, so the Sovereign people hired the Guardians of the Galaxy to kind of, destroy the monster or whatever, and that sort of starts the whole movie. And I think those batteries that
Rocket steals, yeah.
Yeah, kind of are the MacGuffin, I guess, in the film. It
definitely propels the Sovereign throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's like they keep talking about these batteries and you think it's not an important plot detail, but it ends up being very important in the movie. Basically, this movie definitely, you kind of find out more of Star-Lord's background. You find out who his dad is. Kurt Russell plays his dad, Ego.
It's definitely an interesting take on Ego compared to like his comic book origins, which makes more sense in the movie than...
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, see, I don't know. I've never read a comic book.
In the comics, Ego is just that. He's just a planet. He doesn't have like a little avatar running around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when they pull out and you kind of see a face on that planet, that's pretty much what he looks like in the comic.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I can see why they made him an actual person.
Yeah,
it's a little bit more clever. But yeah, I thought it was sort of cool. Like Kurt Russell definitely, I think he nailed that sort of like good guy, bad guy kind of angle. If you've ever seen him in other films, he sort of plays that role really well, and it makes it believable that he's actually Chris Pratt's dad too. But yeah, I thought the whole the whole story with them, okay. The thing is, what I didn't get was the golden people, the sovereign people, whatever, were so hell bent on
getting back at
yeah, it was almost like over just stealing a couple of batteries. Like it was almost like the whole plot of the movie was based around these batteries, them stealing it because.
Well, yeah, from the Sovereign angle, yeah.
Yeah, it basically,
pushed them,
made them find the planet, or Ego's planet.
Definitely very obsessed about it, yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of, it goes throughout the movie that they make repeated, references to it, and I thought it was kind of interesting how, I was like, okay, so where are they going with these characters? And then I find out that the new villain in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Volume 3, is...
Oh, Adam Warlock.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's a villain. Well, they don't really say in the trailers, but yeah, he's definitely going to have an antagonistic role, at least to begin.
Yeah.
Because I know in the comics, he was actually a member of the Guardians at one point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So maybe he's going to be kind of like a anti-hero or
could
start
be.
off kind of a bad
Yeah,
guy. And but yeah, I thought the movie was great. You kind of he basically Ego, Star Lord's dad, kind of befriends everybody, and they go to the planet. This is after the battle with the sovereign
all
people
right, yeah.
over the batteries. They discover the planet. I think Ego saves everybody, and
Then he takes a few of them to the planet with him.
yeah, and then that's when Yondu, um,
Who's he? It's
and Rocket,
Rocket, Gamora.
Nebula.
Oh yeah, Nebula. Yeah, Nebula and Groot.
Yeah, so they split the cast up a bit, and
So you got your A storyline and your B storyline going.
yeah, and that's kind of where the similarities of the first one is like kind of they're almost in prison again, like the
Right.
first Guardians of the Galaxy. But this movie, Yondu, is a lot more fleshed out.
Oh yeah.
They're setting him up as more of a father figure, which at the end of the movie you kind of realize, oh, okay, now I know why they did that.
Yeah.
Um, whether it was planned from the beginning or not is up in the air because I feel like in the first movie there was
Oh right. Okay. To for the story.
yeah, like I don't know if that's something that kind of James Gunn added to sort of like make it more of an important part, or if it was always planned. And that's one thing I liked about these two movies. They felt like true sequels to each other.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't feel like they were fitting in other Marvel movies. Like
Yeah.
it was like their own thing. And that's what I'm kind of hoping Volume 3 is. It's a continuation of that and just sort of like being its own thing. And so you can just watch them.
Yeah, they have to address the whole Gamora thing with her dying in Infinity War and then the past version coming back into this time. So.
I think that would be probably it. But yeah, I think it just felt like an actual sequel. It didn't feel like it was trying to connect everything and make sense and all that stuff. But yeah, and then we get introduced to Mantis, who's at the time his Ego's like
kind of assistant, but we find out in with that Christmas special from last year that she's actually his daughter.
Oh really? Oh
yeah, and so Star-Lord's half sister.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of didn't. I don't think I really remember a whole lot of the Christmas special. Like it was good.
That was pretty much the only thing you need to remember from the Christmas special.
But yeah, like I actually forgot that she was in this movie because I was like, wasn't she already in the Guardians of the Galaxy? But I've been, so used to watching like all the Avengers movies, and she's already in there. And
yeah,
see, this is like the issue with Marvel. It's like there's just so many movies that you have to watch to kind of like connect everything to make sense.
You kind of need to have your own little board of this goes here, that goes there.
but overall, I thought this movie had a lot of emotion. Yondu and Star-Lord's relationship towards the end. Basically, Yondu saves Star-Lord at the end.
Yeah.
And that kind of got me in the feels, being a dad myself. Like, certain things like that kind of affect you differently. And
who's cutting onions?
But yeah, I thought it was, that kind of stuff in films like this, like really, I think, make a movie good because they make bold decisions like killing off, main characters and things like that. And I really thought it was really heartfelt and honest and good. But yeah, I thought I really enjoyed this movie. Had a lot of fun. I actually liked the going back to the beginning of the movie, like the intro with them finding that big kind of like octopus.
Oh yeah,
and then having Groot kind of like
dancing around. Yeah. Actually, I remember I saw a thing where they were showing. I guess James Gunn was dancing around the set or a set, and that's what they used for a reference for Groot dance.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. That was very I'm looking forward to Volume 3 to see what they kind of do.
Oh yeah,
for their intro, but yeah. Anyway, we're gonna probably be watching Volume 3 this Saturday, so you can expect like a first reaction and a full review up soon. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Well, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoy that. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe below. Let us know what you think of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Are you guys excited about the third one? Let us know. On that note, we will catch you next time.
Peace.